for being here with me today, Belia Peña, immigration attorney. I am going to try something else new today. I do want to share a little bit about myself, but especially how it relates to my my clients, my future clients, people who might be interested in immigration. And so I want to share a little bit about the day or the time I decided to move to New York City. So I am born and raised in Texas, proud Texas girl, made of all that tough stuff that Texans like to talk about. But I went to college in upstate New York, and in upstate New York, I had a lot of friends who lived in New York City. And I decided after I graduated that I wanted to be there. That was the place to be. I was young, full of energy, maybe a little bit naive about what New York City could offer long term. I did not grow up in a big city, so everything was a novelty, everything was new. And I made it a point to constantly hang out with my friends. I worked very hard during that time, and I made it my mission to eat as much as I wanted to eat with these fabulous restaurants there. It's a city with millions of people in it, and yet at some point I started to feel alone. I did speak with my mother about 2 to 3 times a day, and I had that constant interaction with my small community of friends and my family. But when I started to feel alone, I started to think about what it was that made me feel that way. And I realized that at that time, I had completely disregarded my spiritual development. And so I began to engage more. I used to go to church, regular services, 2 to 3 times a week growing up. And it was a very, very strict upbringing, incredibly disciplined. We never failed unless we were sick. And so all of a sudden, I moved to New York City, and that's not part of my life. And so I'm sharing this with you mainly because I think it's your time right now. If you're starting to feel this way, if you're starting to, whether you are actually alone or maybe surrounded by millions of people and you feel like there's nobody there for you, reevaluate what might be your spiritual life. That might be the part that's missing in your life. So I think it might be helpful to you to think about, hey, do I want to hang out with a more spiritual community? Do I want to be around these certain types of people? Maybe they think about eating vegan, or maybe they think about um, worship a lot more than you're doing right now. Or maybe you want people who are kind of somewhere in the middle who, hey, vegetarian's okay, a moderate attendance is okay per month, per year, whatever it is that works for you. Um, I found it through actually various ways. I found it through meditation. I found
And
it
we
through
are
being able
at time.
to
Recording in progress.
Well, so I'm just going to finish up here. I was interrupted there for a bit, but as long as you
All right,
find
everybody.
a
I see
tribe
people
that
wrapping up,
works
so
with
everybody
you,
just start coming back.
you
Give it a
won't
minute
feel
or
so
two.
alone. It is an illusion. We are not alone. We just have to reach out to people, and that's our responsibility to do that. So if you're new to this country and you are feeling alone, find your community. They're out there somewhere, and they're willing, and they love you, and they want to be with you. So go out and search for that community so that they can start lifting you up, and you can start investing in them and lifting them up as well. All right, that's my message for today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you.